Away from that, now US members of Congress have written to the Department of Homeland Security and they're calling for a better treatment of the 129 Indian students detained after a sting operation. It's the latest breaking news update here on the 129 Indian students detained in the US. US congressmen are now seeking details and they demand respect for students' rights. We have our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibbal now joining us more for the story that's breaking. Siddhant, we've been on the story from the beginning of it all. India does have consular access right now. So much has been done from the Indian government side. But this will push the US government to do more for the Indian students.
Well, yes, definitely it will push the US government, because now the members of the Congress have written to the US Department of Homeland and, of course, the Custom and the Immigration Department. This coming in the backdrop of what the Ministry of External Affairs has been saying, calling for a dignified and a humane treatment of the Indian students. Remember, 129 Indian students have been detained in the charges of being part of a pay-to-stay scheme. This entire development happened last month after the Department of Homeland Security set up a fake University of Farmington in Michigan, and to nab 8 recruiters. They did nab the 8 recruiters, but they also nabbed 129 Indian students as well. They are right now in detention centers across the United States of America, and the Indian consulate and the Indian embassy is making sure that these students get the consular access. But talking about the contents of the letter which these Congress members have written to the Homeland and the immigration authorities, is the fact that they reminded that India and US are strategic partner, and there are a lot of Indian students coming to US that might be negatively impacted by this development. They quoted a figure from 2017 saying that approximately 17% of the foreign students were Indian, and these Indian students also are part of people-to-people contact between United States and India, and that is why it will be better to treat the entire development which has happened regarding the fake university scam to be treated in a humane manner. They also called on the Department of Immigration and Custom and Homeland Security to provide them consular access. The last time the MEA commented on this was just 2 days ago, in which it said that approximately 114 students have been given consular access and few students were left. Approximately 12 students were left who were still not being given the consular access, but it's believed that by now these students have also been given the consular access so that they can also have all the legal aid. Remember, the immigration authorities are planning to deport all these 129 Indian students who were nabbed in the fake university scam in United States.
Right, and Siddhant, you see here the US congressmen are seeking a humane treatment, because we do know that all the students are, some of them are under house arrest. They have devices on their ankles that restricts their movement. So, they've in a sense been treated like a sort of, criminals under trial by the US authorities so far.
Well, that's the case in the detention centers in the United States, and that is why India acted in a way that is making sure that these Indian students are not put in much of a trouble. And Indian government has from the start urged the US authority to give the entire case a humane, through a humane look, and that is why it's important to understand that these Indian students, also Indian government believes that they were put in a scam which they themselves didn't knew about. This the Indian government said that these students, had they had they any idea about the entire scam, they would have not taken part in the scam, which of course they are facing the entire problem because of the fake university scam.